Hey everyone, it is Evan here from the Trade Risk on Wednesday, September 4th. We are intraday right now, and this is our weekly trade ideas video where we bring you some of the names on our watch list, stocks that are holding up well, showing some relative strength, and ideally are not yet too extended in their moves. As always, these videos are powered by our friends over at Investors Business Daily, curating ideas from their stock lists. You can get access to their stock lists with a link in the description of this video. Now, we got 5 names we're looking at today. We got 2 from IBD's list, 3 from our watch list. Let's first actually take a quick peek here at just what the market is doing. Generally, we do our Tuesday midweek video recap for the broad market, but we skipped it yesterday because of the holiday. Really wasn't a whole lot of change going on between last Friday and yesterday. But I think today, now that we're doing this video, we can do a quick overview here. We are basically right back to where we closed on Friday of last week. So Friday of last week, we were back to the upper end of this month-long August range where the market has repeatedly failed. And on Monday, or on Tuesday, I should say, of this week, Monday was the holiday. Tuesday, we opened up with an abrupt sort of failure at the top end of this range for, call it the 4th time in a row. And we fell back into this range. We filled this gap. And now here we are in true sideways, choppy, yo-yo trading fashion. We are popping back up to the upper end of this range. So once again, just like we've been sort of reiterating and stating here in the market recap videos, we need to get some follow through out of this range. We need to look for some resolve, and there's definitely a handful of positive underlying reasons why this could start to resolve higher. We talked about those in last Friday's video. And there's some still negatives out there as well. But right now, we're still looking to see if this market can break out. And all the ideas that we're looking at today will help equip you with some, with at least some options here if we do start to get that breakout and we do start to move to the upside here and resolve this resistance. So the first name here comes from IBD's list. This is STNE. You can see here that it is getting a nice pop today, 7% outperforming and breaking out of this consolidation that it's been in here. You can see we've had this lower trend line in place for all of August. We got kind of a reversal day yesterday, and then we're getting that follow through today. So this one here looks like it's back up off to the races. It's a fairly young issue. It IPO'd at the end of 2018. You can see it still is more or less in an uptrend here. It's off of highs, but you can see after this pullback now could start to get going here. So STNE, like the formation, like the move today, so I would keep an eye on that one. Another one from IBD's list, and another very young issue. In fact, this one was a recent IPO back in April of this year, is Zoom. We talked about this a few weeks ago as it started to consolidate, and now we can see that it's actually starting to resolve that consolidation higher. You can see we had, again, this nice 2-day move, really a multi-day move, slower kind of grind up to the upper end of resistance, and then you're really getting the strong breakout today. We do have already above average volume, and still there's several hours of the trading day left. So ZM here looks like it's trying to resolve this resistance higher. I do believe this has earnings coming up, so you do have to check that. In fact, I think it's next coming days. So do double check those earnings dates and revisit this. If you're not someone that likes to hold into earnings, you can revisit this after the report. Now, the next 3 names come from our watch list. First up here is AKAM. This is Akamai Technologies. You can see this one breaking out here to new all-time highs. If we zoom out here, this is all-time highs. This has been in a long-term uptrend. It had this multi-year breakout not too long ago above 81.50, and that's what makes this pretty attractive here. Is it just recently broke out from a multi-year range. It consolidated above that breakout, and now here it is starting to run again. Volume has been light here, but it is trading at all-time highs and starting to march higher here. So AKAM, keep an eye on that one if you're looking for that longer term kind of breakout trend following play. FB, Facebook, this is one we have not seen in quite a while come across our screens, but it is coming across our screens today. Let's see if the chart wants to load. If not, let me try and go to the next symbol here, and looks like there it is. Okay, so let's try Facebook one more time. Okay, so Facebook here, second name from our watch list. You can see, again, this one haven't seen this come up at all in a long time, but now it's starting to. We had this original kind of accelerated sell-off at the end of July into August. Then we had the sell-off that kind of flattened out a little bit and went more sideways here throughout the course of August. And now you can see it's starting to break even that more flatline slope and starting to move to the upside. There's some good positive divergence here from MACD. You can see it's just trying to race higher here as this is starting to move up. And this one here just looks like a potential bottoming play that could round out and start to lift higher. Might not be a straight line. It's not a total clean kind of break of this consolidation, but I think it's something to pay attention to, especially if you haven't looked at this one in a while. So FB, that's our number 2. And last but not least was SSW. This is the industrials play. This comes from the shipping sector or industry. And you can see this one here has a real nice looking base. Ever since April, it's gone sideways around $10, or it's had resistance around $10 and 40 cents, 30 cents. You can see it's just kind of pulled back. It rallied back up. It pulled back. It rallied back up. And now you can see it's just carving out sideways here. And we're just watching to see if this will actually break out. If we zoom out here, you can see again, multi-year potential resistance breakout here after getting hammered in 2016. So SSW back up here to resistance. MACD's in positive territory. It's a smaller cap name, so just be aware of that. But otherwise, this price action setup looks pretty solid here as it flirts with resistance. So that is it. That is what we have a little bit on the market environment, some trade ideas. As a heads up, there will be no trade recap video or market recap video this Friday. I'm going to be on the road traveling. I mean, it's possible there's a very slimmed down version if I can squeeze in some time, but it seems unlikely. So I would expect no market recap video on the usual weekend slot. So that's it. Thanks so much for watching. You can subscribe on our YouTube channel. Tune in every Wednesday for trade ideas just like this. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you in the next video update.